Welcome back to the Fast Lane Lifestyle with Alyshia Powell, my queen, and Asafa Powell, the sub 10 king. And today in the hot seat, we have Sakina Anakwa.
Wait, I have to say that he had to add the queen in the extra sauce because he's trying to impress my mom. My mom's here, so he's like,
listen me, mom.
Sweet, let me sweeten that up.
I don't need to impress. You know I don't need to impress mom already. I'm mommy's favorite person. So
wait, let's get this out of the way before we even get into anything. Who is your favorite?
You can't. Mommy's in the hot seat, but I can't pressure like that. You can't do that. Don't that, guys. Mommy is always picking up for me.
Yeah,
I will never lose to mommy.
No,
that is true. But how are you doing today?
The ladies always say, "I like you more than them."
It is true. You always pick up for him when I go away to work.
But how many ladies are you?
What do you mean?
1, 2, 3, 5, and he's the only guy in among it.
No, but I'm your daughter. I'm the last one. I would go away to work, come back. I don't get any good food cooked for me or anything. Any little small trip, even if it's for 24 hours, he comes back, oh, we have to prepare some food. Asafa's coming home.
Either.
You know, the way I love you is the same thing I love him too.
Either.
I love you so much, so I love him also.
So you give it to him, but you give him extra dose.
My mother-in-law says something like, I love my son so much, so I'm giving that to Alyshia.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Her mother-in-law, so my dad.
Yes.
Mom. All right. Yes. So you learned.
Yes.
You learned from that. I wanted to start off the conversation with finding out and letting people get to know you, as well as myself, as well as Asafa. Because when we were in Ghana, we went all the way to Burma in Isikuma. And Asafa was like, this is where mommy's from.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up for you.
That one is a bit difficult. Anyway, how are you people? Okay, it's like, actually we are from Cape Coast. Mm-hmm. My grandmother came to marry the chief of Isikuma. So my mother also remarried my dad. But growing up, it's like we have dad, we don't have dad.
Okay.
Because I never wake up with my father. It's always my mother, my grandfather. Everything is my grandfather. Mm-hmm. So after my grandfather died, it was hell. We are about 6 with single mother. Mm-hmm. Everything. And she is making sure everybody goes to school. So we are all at school, going, coming. She was struggling. So I think I learned most of hard work from her because she is everywhere making sure we have what we need.
6 kids. I have 2 and I'm like complaining. So I can't imagine.
You haven't seen
I'm sure it was a lot tougher in those times.
Yeah, and as a single mom too, kind of like basically married but still being a single mom.
Because it's like my father have about 3 wives. And my mother was somebody who was the first wife.
Right.
But she wasn't getting the children.
Okay.
So he was going outside to get it. So when my mother gets, it's like, oh, you want it and I have given it to you. Mm-hmm. So he come to be my grandfather's burden. So he was laxing, not doing anything.
He had too many households he couldn't keep up with the households.
So as for that, my mother done a very, very good job. Because he grown up at the age of 40, 50, she was still giving birth.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why when we went to Ghana, you seen her. And because I remember first when I told Asafa her age, my grandma's age, he was like, no, that can't be possible. This, I'm like, she started having kids late. Like, remember, you didn't believe
because
me.
you don't get it. When you get one, the first one will die. The second will stay. Another one will come. And it goes on and on and on and on. Me here, I'm his 6th born.
Okay. 6?
It's 6
So you guys have that in common?
Yes.
The six. That's
I'm
right, man.
sixth-born. Yes. One is sixth-born or seventh, because Sarah is the sixth, I'm the seventh-born.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't getting it.
Okay.
Where it comes and goes. So my father tried to, because he's having fun somewhere. So it's hard to catch that man.
Right. So it's a rough upbringing.
It was very rough. And I am the stubborn one among them.
I wouldn't say stubborn, I feel like you were the fierce one.
Yeah, Alyshia stubborn. Seem like you.
She's fierce.
You seem like you.
Meaning like when everyone's more timid in her family, she was fierce. Yeah, she has her stubborn tendencies, and so do I.
It comes to a time it was hard, but anytime, and growing up, my friend is my sister. She is the only one. When you get a fight something, where I will go. Because she was very soft. Everything she will cry. So I was there for her.
Oh, yeah, there. Okay.
And she's older than me 4 years, but I will go.
Fighter.
Yes. I remember when we are in Form 4, that time I was in class 6. And anytime I go close to her class and I give her son, give me my money, she won't come. So I'll go inside, good morning class, good morning teacher. And then I'll call her, please, I want to see my sister. She can say, where's my money? If she don't come out, that means I'll spend my money.
Right.
So that is my, something like snack money.
That you gave to her?
Yes. She would go early, so she will keep the money. So I have to go, and one day the teacher goes like, these primary school kids, they always come and they say, tell her not to keep my money.
Fearless, I tell you.
Yes, I would tell you. So it wasn't easy when you are growing up like being two girls among the boys. My mother called us and say something like, you know the way I'm suffering. You should be careful you don't get yourself pregnant.
Okay.
So I was very careful, and every activities, I'm in it. And I'm very good in class too.
I was about to say that I heard track. You did track?
I did. I
Sports?
did jump, volleyball. Whether I know how to do it or not, I will join the team. I will join the team. Everything I want to do, long jump, high jump, all that I was doing.
Can you imagine when we do high jump?
So sometimes I will run. We went to Cape Coast to do competition, and when we are going there, was a guy also having a guy named Sakina.
Oh.
So they were saying, Sakina, go. Then I ran with everything inside me, like not knowing there's somebody behind.
So you couldn't walk after that run?
Somebody behind me. So we did all right. So there was a time I was going to school, coming to school. And there was rumors going, Sakina is pregnant. I said, me, I'm not pregnant. I just have my menses and I'm not pregnant. So Sakina is pregnant. Said, the teachers will come and call me. And that was hell. I can't go deeper. In Ghana or Africa, I don't know Jamaica here. But if you are going to school, you get yourself pregnant. You should have even killed yourself before they get to know it.
As in like the family mistreatment and all of that, just...
My brother stand in as a father. Harsh. Whether in public or where, everywhere he will meet me, he will beat me, slaps. Everywhere.
I know, because I'm not saying it doesn't happen in Ghana, but I know in Ghana it's like really family oriented in the sense of... they don't want you to have kids out of wedlock. Just because of like the single mom struggle.
It's
tradition. It's our tradition.
And it was painful, like being a single mother, taking care of you, and it end up like 15 years you are pregnant and you don't know who did it. Am I a virgin Mary? My brother will beat you.
Can we go deeper? You want to tell people how that happened?
Oh, how that happened was, let's say I am athletes.
Right.
So we go to jogging in the morning and do some training before we go to school. So there's this one teacher, like I'm in his class. He likes me. All the time he'll send me, go to her, but I know I have to go home early. If I don't go and they pound the fufu, they will leave mine. So if I go, I have to pound it myself. And I can't do that. So I'll always go. I'll put the thing down, go and fetch me water. I'll go. Before he will come, I'm gone.
Right.
So what he planned to do was, he said, all the athletes should come and sleep in the house.
So like a going away trip for the track meet.
So we all went to the place. And when he went there, he served us with Fanta. And I think he put something in mine. So we are all, when we went in, we are all like, we have a mattress and we are all lying on it. But I wake up in a different place, like in his bed. So when I wake, I can't walk. And I said, I can't walk. He said, Jankwasi, I said, no, stop that nonsense and let's go. So I said, I can't do anything. My legs, and I can see
you feel bleeding.
I'm breathing too. And I said, what's wrong with me? So some of the boys were laughing at me. So from that time, my mother wasn't home. She's remarried and gone to Kumasi. So it was me, my sister, and then. So when that thing happened, in fact, it was hell.
So when you went, were you able to tell your parents, like your mom, that you were raped?
Me,
or they didn't believe you?
I don't. Nobody believed, because the way I am playing with boys, doing everything. If I don't care if you are standing there big like this, I will tell you I'll beat you. You see,
so you're competitive and stuff.
Everything. So nobody believed me and I don't know what's happening that day.
Right, because you were drugged.
I don't know. So my brother was asking me, he put me in the room and used the Bible to hit me. Like, are you a Mary? This and that. And I said, this is too much. I don't know what's happening. So my father went to school. I think he made his own investigation. And some of the boys told him that this is what's happening. And we support him to carry him here to the bed.
Oh my God.
So when it happened that, what they did is my father let him do the customary marriage, and at the same time, they did divorce.
What do you mean?
Like married to someone.
So they do traditional wedding,
everything, like doing like, and at the same day, they have to break everything. And this man, I have an auntie who used wood to work. He chased this man everywhere, so the man ran away from the country, go to Nigeria.
Why he lives in Nigeria. Oh, yes. That makes sense now.
So from then, how I get my pregnant, I did not go to hospital because nobody cared.
Right.
Because they didn't ask me to go for it. And to me,
I think that's so unfortunate, because even with knowing the background of what happened after your dad investigated,
to me, the thing pains me, because the way I love school and I have make myself, if I've completed school, I'm going to be a caterer or I will be a nurse or something. So everything I supposed to do to be, I will do it. But
that was like a big setback.
But that's something I can say. Is a bit different here in Jamaica. I mean, whoever have different experience can, share, can put your comment in the comment section. But when somebody said that they were raped, the first thing people do is believe.
Believe, yeah.
Here in Jamaica, I can say that people will believe, and then they'll do their investigation. And most of the time, the person who did it will just run away or something like that.
But at that time, I don't think it was that common.
I was just about to say, I think back then, it wasn't really, like she was saying, it wasn't really a thing that was common.
That's common there. So when it comes to that point, you become emotional hits. So like I was trying to do everything to praise everybody.
Please everyone,
so like After it wasn't easy. So one time,
So they were blaming you for someone else's actions
yes.
as being a rape victim.
So what happened is one day I was sitting down and I can't take it anymore because something comes out. So I said, I was even sitting there saying it in my mind, said, I'll poison myself and kill the baby too so that everything will end. And I don't know whether God revealed to my auntie. That very day I planned, that very day it was around 5 o'clock in the morning. She was using a stool, and where we are living and where she is, she came here and knocked and said, na, like opening the door.
Yeah.
So I opened it and what he said is, you can't kill yourself because I know you are going to be somebody, or the child coming from you will be somebody one day. So give the child to me. Go everywhere you went. You want to go so that when you get something, you can support the child. And even then, the child going there, my brother called me prostitute, having names, this and that. So I travel all the way to North. I don't know anybody there. I stayed there for some hard time and I said, what is going on with the child? Even I'm there, it wasn't smooth. So how can't I go back and do something and continue my education? So I came back, started selling, doing this, doing that. Then I fed on my education as I want to be a caterer. So going to school, it was me. I went to my dad and I said, I wanted to go to school. What he said is, may God be with you.
He didn't help, no. I mean, the thing is, I've heard this story a few times before, and I think every time I hear it, it's just like, one thing I always admire about my mom is her strength and her mindset in life. Like, after everything she's been through, when you're around her, she has such a happy, light spirit. It's not heavy, and it shows me that whatever trauma you go through is really up to you and your mindset and how you overcome it. Because you didn't have it easy. You didn't have the family support.
No.
And you are being a rape victim is something huge.
It's something.
It's something that will ever change your life forever.
And I don't say it. Those who knows. Nobody.
And it's not talked about.
It's only today I'm saying it. But to let somebody somewhere to know that if somebody rapes you, that doesn't mean you have to hit yourself or hit your parents. Because sometimes it will come and you say, it will be your stepfather. It could be even your father himself. But when you talk about it, your mother will say, let's send her away because he will disgrace us or he will spoil my marriage. So when it comes like that, whether to your grandmother or whoever, if you don't have anybody, you will get out from the house. Because what they will do to you and do this so that you just keep it to yourself, you don't talk. And all the time, the thing is hitting you.
Right, because it's like emotionally.
Yes. So what you have to do is you just let it go. Start everything. It has happened. You can't change it.
You can't take it back.
Yes. So you just lead your life. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Then you have to advise your kids, especially we ladies and our young girls. You have to sit down with them, tell them this, that, why they are growing, when you menstruated, this and that. So you
have the talk with them about sex. And
they have to be close to you like your friend. But that doesn't mean when they do something wrong, you don't need to punish. You have to punish them, teach them this is right, this is not right.
Yeah, but also I would add on that for me, like after hearing this story and kind of putting it in today's world, when your kids do tell you something, you need to pause and listen. And as well as for me, if you have any kids that are in sports and they're going on trips, you need to be, as a parent, as involved as you can, because it happens every day.
Happening.
These coaches, some of these teachers are pedophiles.
Because it comes to a time I hate teachers, especially male teachers.
Right.
I hate them. Like, even anytime if I see somebody like a teacher, I say, these stupid people.
Right.
But not all of them.
But it was
like
your
that.
trauma. You had every right to feel that way.
Yes.
And if you are like a rape victim, not everybody can handle it on their own. I would suggest getting therapy I'm sure there's like a support group as well that you can kind of and talk about it. I feel like you were just saying, a lot of times in a family, it's so like secretive, and then as the victim, you just feel unheard and everything's just bottling up.
Did somebody believe you? Nobody. You can't
Right.
tell your story to anybody. So you just keep it to yourself. When I get to know, I just keep it to myself. I'm not going to tell anybody.
But
So,
I think the more you started to talk about it is the more it also kind of like not only helping other people, it's also helping healing you as well. Like the more it's freeing in a sense instead of having things bottled up.
Me, the time I decided to go to school, I just forgot everything.
You were like, this is a new start for me. This is a new chapter.
Because even my uncle sat me from the house, like everything I would talk, everything I do this, everything that. I said, oh, let me go to school.
But as the thing is, like you mentally she's a tough person, where some people are not mentally strong. So they would need like that support group.
Yes.
You would need therapy. And that's what I really admire about you, because I would say one thing is like growing up with my mom, I never, no matter what anyone has done to her, like even with dealing with men, I would never hear anything negative about men. Like especially being going through what she has gone through, she's never talked negative. Like she didn't pass her traumas on to me ever. And I appreciate that, because I always see some moms, whether they're single moms or whatever the situation they may be in, whatever they've been through with any man, they pass their traumas onto their kids. And then their kids are walking around with like not trusting men or thinking men aren't good, or you know, all of these things, disliking people, right? Because you're passing on your traumas to your kids. So I would say like, I thank you for not doing that to me. And I think that's why I always say I get my strength from. And I had to write questions down. I also was going to ask you, I guess this kind of ties into what's your upbringing, but further on into your life, how have you overcame any past challenges? Like anytime life throws a curveball out at you, how do you handle it?
Only time when all this thing going on, and I know that I'm being tough, I can't keep anything. What I always do is I pray to God to change me so that I become different person. So anything hard comes to me, I always pray. I remember one time it was very difficult. And I'll pray every night, and I will cry to God. In the morning, you will see me like I'm an angel. So you are about 5 years or 4 that then. One day I was praying and crying, and you wake up and you are sleeping. And you said something like, Mom, 3 times, are you crying? Have you forgotten Jesus Christ? He waited for 30 years. And why are you crying? So I look at you and you are sleeping. And I said, what is this? So that day I put my face on the floor and I said, I'm not going to cry again. Whatever comes, I can handle it.
That's chilling, because I have no recollection of that. That was definitely not me. That's like...
So like I called Amma, come and see, come. Alyshia is sleeping and he's talking. And he said something like, God has manifested it through her. So what he's saying, you have to take it serious and stop crying. One day your eyes will go blind. That's what she also said.
To my sister.
Stop crying, one day you go blind. So it's like if you give yourself confidence, you can overcome every situation. Because me sitting down here, I did not get it easy. I get it easy when I met your dad. And whatever happens to a parent, whether you married and your marriage did not go well, I would say you shouldn't let the blame go to the child. See, the child is innocent. Whatever situation, you don't even need to tell the child that your father is that. My mother did never do that.
And he wasn't even active at all.
No. Sometimes I'll ask, why my daddy is not here? And they're always at the other side. They say, keep quiet. Let me do my thing. I said, okay. Okay, so when I see him in town, wherever I will see my dad, whether in public, wherever, wherever, I'll go there. Excuse the Omahine.
Oh, my hand. So he faced the chief's
palace.
palace that you went to.
I'll call him the chief and I said, please, I need my dad. And they will say, go. So, like, if you are a mother, let's say being in any friendship, whatever, anything comes out of, it's not the child's fault. It's you, the mother, your fault. So you don't need to tell the child, I met your dad is stupid, your dad is that, your dad is this. Even whatever it is, you don't need to tell.
Yeah.
Sitting down here telling you this, I did not say anything deep to Amma.
Amma is my sister.
Yeah. I did not say anything to her. But I raised her from day one to where she is now. No support. And at the same time, I was going to school too.
Oh, she been hustling?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did all this, but I did not tell her, like, I was this, I was that, I was this. I did not.
And it speaks volumes because I can attest to the fact that now as my sister is growing up, she does have a relationship with her dad.
Yes. The time she was going to get married, she would search for the father. So I was in the house, then she came with the father's nephew, like the cousin. And come and tell me that she came with somebody she want to get married to. Then I sit down and I said, okay, so what have you? Oh, we have given him the list and given him time. So when the time reached, I don't have say because he went there to look for him. So what can I say? Nothing. When they finish everything, the thing they have to give it to the father, I give it to the father. But I was the father, I was the mother, I was the auntie, uncle, everything. But I give that side to them. I said, you people should carry your shit.
I think that's right. I think that's the embodiment of not only strength, forgiveness, but as well as knowing that you're not hanging on or holding on to any. You've let go of whatever has happened. You're not victimizing.
That's age, you know.
Yeah, and I was going to say that I think that now when I sit there and I think of my mom and the health scare she had, I was saying that I think a lot of it is like the trauma that she went through and like carrying that with her. So every time I sit down, I talk to her, one thing I always say to her is like, let it go. And she's like, no, I've let it go. I'm like, no, really, like, let it go because it does affect your health, you know? Because she was good until like when I went to Ghana in 2015, then she just went really downhill. So stress is really a silent killer, carrying on baggage and adding on to baggage because life happens and you're gonna get hurt. Humans are not perfect and we end up hurting each other all the time.
But you know, like, oh, now I'm okay. Nothing is bothering me. I'm working, I get my money, and suddenly something happened. You see, like, I'm there. It wasn't easy with your dad sometime too. There was also another hell. So when he was coming out from the situation, somebody may have a husband, maybe he's drug addict.
Or alcoholic,
or maybe just smoking cigarette or whatever. Sometimes the person is addicted to it.
But also I think it's not even just addiction. Sometimes too, besides addiction, yes, but sometimes too, there's something mentally going on.
Yes.
Like I would say in my dad's case, it was definitely depression because he also went through, I think both of you came together at a time where you were both carrying a lot of baggage. Like he went through a bad relationship and all of that, lost everything financially, all of that, and that would do it for a man. That would push you over the edge.
Yes. Everything, even the house, everything, he lost it. And even the kids, he lost them.
Yes.
So he became something like, he have to pick himself to some group.
Yeah, he was using that stuff as an escape.
Yes, to some group so that they'll come like, oh, my friend, let's go here. If I'm not in the house and I'm at work, they will come. If I'm there, nobody can come there. So it went on and then it became worse. So when it comes to that point, what I said to myself is like, maybe God wants me to help him. So I was always there for him, talking to him, taking him to hospital, go here.
Rehab, I remember all that stuff.
Yes, taking him to hospital. Sometimes even he'll be like a kid. If you don't buy me this, I won't go. So I'll buy it, I'll talk to him, sit down. Sometimes I'll talk and he will ask me, what is wrong with me? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was coming back slowly, then one day I said, he went to hospital and said, the medicine they gave it to me, it's like, if I take it within a minute, I'm gone. So I said, stop taking it.
Wasn't expired?
I think so.
Yeah.
But he himself being a science teacher or whatever, everything he will tell you that this is that, this is that. So you can't challenge him. So he taken it and I said, I was with him, like sitting down with him. And he said, yeah, I want you to go. And he goes like, do you have money?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, I do have some money doing business with it. Then he laughed. And I asked him, why are you saying this, asking me this? I said, I have some feeling, but I can't tell you how the feelings look like. I have a deep feeling with me, like I don't want to leave anything behind me, anything bad behind me. And I said, what is it? He said, I can't tell you, I can't explain it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's heavy on me, but I don't want you to witness it.
Right.
So go. So the time I was going, I wasn't feeling well because I was feeling guilty. Questioned myself. So when I get home, the next morning, it's around 10:30, I had a call. They said, Mr. Miller is no more. And I said, why is it not no more? I was with him yesterday. And he said, they found him this morning like he was eating. I was a victim. So I cooked the food. So I poisoned him. So somebody, your husband is dead and you have been arrested. So as soon as I get to where he is, then they say, report at the police station to write your statement. So I went to police station and I write my statement and they said, he was eating before. When they went, the food is in front of him and was just lying down. So you kill him, maybe. And I said, I can't do that. I eat some of the food. My niece too at the school came and eat some, so I can't do that. Okay, we will take it to lab to see whether there's poison in it or not. I said, okay. So every day I have to go to police station with Amma to go and write statement. Every day I have to go and write statements or report myself. And as for that, every day I have to go there. And when it comes to police, I won't lie to you. It will go up to your city.
Yes, in Ghana, everything is money with them.
So I went there and I have to report the case to Canadian High Commission. But they saved me because everything I was doing too. So what the police asked, did he have his passport, ID? And I said, I have all that with me. So when they correct it, and the Canadian High Commission said they don't have right to, they have to correct it from me. So I have to go there with the police, transport the policeman all the way from wherever to, to Accra so that we can go there to talk with them. So we went and we came like police station is every day I have to. So one day I was fed up. So I went to the High Commission to tell them that I'm giving up the body, everything to the police. Because the way they are doing, the charge at the mortuary will go high.
Right.
And I can't afford it. So they can have the body. Because they said they can come in to do everything, but they behind me. Everything I have to report it to them. So okay, then now I'm not going to do it again. Because I've been there like 3 months.
Yeah, it took a while for him to get buried.
And all these 3 months, I have to go and come, and it's money.
Yeah.
Go here, go there, go here, go and file,
One thing,
go and
burying
do this.
someone is not
Because he's a
cheap.
foreigner too. So the much so that if Ghanaian is paying $1, being him paying $5.
Right.
It's not easy.
You know it is in Ghana. They do that with the foreigners. They up
And
the
nobody
price.
is coming in to help me. It's me alone. So every night I have to sit down and cry and ask God, where am I going to get the money? Every night. So what's happening is like my brothers, sisters, everybody. But if you don't pull who is going, I have to do it. So when I report the case to the Canadian High Commission, they went to police headquarters to report what is going on. So I was there and they called me, come today, we are going to do the autopsy.
So they could have done that a long time.
So that you can bury him. When I went there, the inspector said, do you know how much I've worked and you want me to lose my job? I said, I didn't do it. It's you. You want to lose your job.
They want to drag it out so they can keep getting extra cash.
Because I'm tired.
There.
I don't have money to go ahead. So that's why I report the case. So it's okay, go. It's okay, go. I don't know you are. I don't know you are high commissioner. Go. So they gave me one policeman.
Right.
Then we went to Cape Coast to do the autopsy. When we finished, the charge there, I can't even say it. So when we finished, then they put him back in the mortuary. Then we have to fix a date to go and bury him and come and do this thing. So I bury him in my hometown, Cape Coast, and we come to Isikuma to do the funeral. So it's like a Penning, everybody. When it reach a point, I think Penning have to come in. They all support. Everybody involved. That one, I'll give it to my family when it comes. They showed
up. They made up for not showing up when you were younger, but they showed up now.
As for that, I gave it to them.
So what advice would you give your younger self or any young woman watching now? Now knowing where you're at now and what you've overcome, all the obstacles, all the traumatic experiences. Like life, when we say life was hard, it was hard.
It was
right.
hard.
And I grew up seeing some of it as well.
Yes.
So what advice would you give your younger self or any young woman watching? Or even
what I would say is we women, we talk too much.
Okay.
Especially the young ones growing up. Like if you have a boyfriend.
She went straight in.
And you go in, hey, my boyfriend is this, he give me this, he give me that. Maybe it wasn't true.
Right.
So you would try either to snatch the guy from him, her,
right.
or to go for somebody to do something. It doesn't work that
because
way.
Because sometimes we don't know that our friends are envious or jealous. No. That's what happens.
Yes, we talk too much in our marriage, everything. For me, whatever it is, it's only today I'm saying it. I just let it go. Let me go forward and do whatever. So far as I'm working, I don't think about it. And we call it like single parent. It wasn't easy. So like if you are getting something like child support from somewhere, hallelujah.
Right.
Because you can do it. Not like you alone paying school fees, feeding alone. It's more than paying school fees. Taking the child up to some point she can take care of himself or herself. So what I would tell the young ones is they have to take their time. Not everything you can go and... My mother said, if you want your marriage to sustain, don't report to your mother. Because he has been through there. So whatever you say, he's not going to give you any good advice. He's going to say, hey, come and sit down. Come.
Because she'll side with you.
Yes. Sometimes, some mothers will come in and insult your husband or something. The mothers too, the men too, they do the same. Especially if you go and get to married to someone and the child is not coming.
Right.
They will call their son. What's going on? Are you okay? Or then it will become something. If she's not doing it, go somewhere.
Yeah.
Blah, you see. So what I would say is we talk. It's not necessary to go and sit down with your friends. Men don't do that. They will do that while they're having fun of you.
Mm-hmm.
If they are serious with you, they won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But we, whether it's serious or not, marriage, they will go and sit down. I remember when I was in Ghana, there was this lady in the market selling cloth, and she came all the time and said, these days my husband don't come home at all.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come next day, sometimes late. There was a woman there, oh, is your husband using this car? He had been coming to our area to come and see a certain lady there.
Oh, God.
So he give her, oh, is this way? So you go and sit at the junction. After selling in the market tired, come and sit at the junction. Sit down and she fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
The husband come and pass. He saw the wife sitting down there. So he came and called the mother. And he said, have you seen what your daughter is doing? When she go to market, she don't come home. Look, she's coming home in the morning. Meanwhile, he saw her sitting at the junction sleeping. But
He twisted it on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because of they got divorced. Who caused it? It's you. It's you.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't go there to say that my husband is not coming, nobody is going to tell you any story. You destroy your marriage.
And he was looking for a reason to end the marriage, and he got one. She gave him
they
one.
were living good too. Like they have their children, blah, blah. But still, because somebody told her and she did not even wait.
You go search or something, you'll find it.
Yeah, they always say that.
Yes.
That's for sure.
So we talk, we have to. And somebody too, if you have a husband and your husband is having a problem, like drinking or something, you have to have patience with the person. Little by little, the person will recover. If you see he's going with some friends, they will make him drink. Stop that friendship. You can stop it. You can bring some entertainment. Or let's do it. When you see he's bored, do something like reps. Because when he's bored, I know he can draw his artist. So you give him, oh, let me sit down and draw me. Or let's do this.
Like keep the mind occupied until they get to...
But if you say, oh, let him go, that's the way he is, then he will go and it will be...
But not everyone has that strength that you have, you know that.
No,
and not
true.
everyone
because
can hold it down like that.
I have to really give mommy my respect, you know, and mommy is one of the easiest persons to be around because whenever the conversation that we're having right now, whenever like Alyshia and I have our differences, mommy doesn't get involved. Mommy take herself, go to her room, and doesn't mind her business. So I really have to respect mommy, you know, for that. You know, mommy doesn't get in any business. Mommy allows us to live our life and to grow and to learn. You know, whenever she have her advice, she will give us her advice, but
No, every new year we get advice.
When
the January 1st, you get advice, life advice.
I want
when the
to
new
be
year
able
start.
to plan. Yes.
Yeah, but she doesn't interfere, and I would say I appreciate that. But let's make this fun. What was your first impression when I told you about Asafa? What were you thinking?
Oh, when you told me that, I have got somebody. Even you came to Ghana to say it.
Yeah,
and
it was
I
in
said,
2015.
Yes, and I said, who is it? And he said, Asafa. I said, Ghana. And he said, yes. And I said, I said, no. And you and Amma goes like, why? I said, no, why? Is he going to make her happy? Because he is celebrity. And those people, women, I don't know whether he's a womanizer. And two, is he going to make her happy? And when it comes to parents,
right?
Because maybe he's giving the mother, parents, let's say, 100 cedis a day.
Right.
The wife is in, it will be 50.
Right.
So being me, I won't like it. So I don't like it.
Like you're just saying, as a breadwinner of the family,
Yes.
when a man is getting married,
Yes.
it's always a hard time for the woman to integrate into the family
Yeah.
due to finances, because they think
The
they're going to get
woman
less.
is coming to take it.
More, yeah.
Because see, woman now he's your son. Everything you will talk to him. Oh, don't do this. Let's do this.
I try to advise him.
Yeah, that one is a mother's duty. The time he wasn't married,
Right.
And if the mother say, "I need this," straight away she can give it to.
Right.
Right now, so mom, wait.
Right, when you have your own family and stuff, priorities.
Like you have family here, then and then, so you wait. Like wait. When I get the money, I will send it to you.
Right, so your brain went there.
I won't understand it. Why can't you give it to me? Because of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So I said, it will be difficult. So don't marry him, okay? Wait, somebody will come. And the two of them against me. No, Ali, go. Don't mind mommy. Don't do this. And I said, okay. Okay, let's go. I said, he said, Mom, what are you saying? I said, oh, you can go and marry him. So that's what I said. That's the idea behind it.
But
Your
I will
happiness.
remember that when I did tell her, one of her main concerns, which if we're being honest about it, was the fact that I was even nervous to tell you. And the reason why I was, because I grew up in environments where, my dad was previously married, so he had other kids and all of that stuff. And we were never able to have a blended family like that. And I go to say this, like, it's not that an effort wasn't made, efforts were made, but sometimes in life, not a blended family doesn't look like everybody's blended family. Sometimes it can be integrated and sometimes it can't. So I was nervous to tell my mom that you had kids, because she instantly was like, that's even a no, because look at what I went through. Look at what you went through. As being like the second wife and the kids. I mean, you as a stepmom, even if you're not a bad stepmom, there's just a connotation to being a stepmom. And I remember that was really something she really didn't want for me. And I wouldn't even lie. And it's like me and my sister both didn't listen. And we both have men, our husbands have kids before us. But I would say that sometimes you have to listen to some of the advice, because it's real. It's hard being in a blended family. I definitely understand why she gave that advice. Like, no regrets, but it takes a strong person to be in that role as someone coming in, because there's lots of feelings, lots of this. And because you're the new person, it's easy to point a finger at you. And history, there's been wicked stepmoms. So there's just that connotation of like, it's you.
So that's why everything is you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is
you. Even sitting there minding your business, it's you.
Because even me is the same.
Yeah.
The kids are not even in Ghana. They were in Canada. But everything going on is me. Because of her, because of this. So I don't want them to repeat it. Because it wasn't easy. They will paint you black.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you are not doing anything wrong.
That's why I said God knows.
Kids, but they won't allow them to come to you.
Yeah. God knows. So, God sees. God knows my heart. God knows. Yeah. But
so,
it's
with God, everything is possible. So.
And then when I said finally he's proposed, what did you say then?
I didn't say anything.
No, I think her main thing was, what about traditional wedding? So do you have something to say to him now?
What I was saying is, when you said, Mom, we are getting married at this time, I said, no. What you have to do is bring him home to come and do the traditional marriage.
Yes.
That's what we call it, marriage.
Yeah.
So that everybody knows that she's married to you. And Ghana, why we do that is that both parents will come together as family.
Yeah, like the knocking.
Yeah, so like sitting down here, it's like exchange. You be his mother's daughter, he become my son. And if anything, we all come together, no next person to hear. So when he gets married, they will give you one person behind you. So if any problem, you report to the person so that he will solve the problem. Then it doesn't go far to your mother or anybody. So when you do that, then it's a marriage. But like sitting down here, you say white wedding. That's what we call it.
I used the card. I said, when you were getting married, did you do customary marriage?
So it's
That's the card I used on her.
So it's like,
because with her too, they said no to her, and she still went ahead. She didn't customary.
it's like,
did you do it?
They don't know. It's like nobody likes me. Nobody care about me. You see, whatever I will bring it to say, like going for this man have this. And in fact, to tell you the truth, with the family he came and married to with me, harsh. It's 10 people, 20 people against one.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't easy. So nobody want to sit down for him to come and do what he's supposed to do. So I said, if one of my auntie at Cape Coast said, hey, I was someone, well, like, it's a penna. Yes, go and get married. So you want to court and do it.
So I did the same.
Says,
like mother, like daughter.
What I was trying to do
everything come into play.
So what I was trying to do
everything
is you have to make it good, but you can do it what is with you.
So what's one marital advice besides not taking things to your parents and whatever the case may be? What marital advice would you give us now that we're 5 years in and we have 2 kids together and ultimately like 4? What advice do you have for us?
What advice I would do to you? What people have planned to do.
Like,
because now you have to plan ahead. Now we have children. So what are we going to leave for our children in future? When they grow up and that time we can't do anything to help them, what can they also take it up
and further?
Yes. Say that this is for my dad or for my mom, or this farm, let's continue to do it so that we can get income or we can also take care of them.
Like leaving a legacy behind.
So that's what I would do, because if you don't have that plan, where are you people going? If you don't have it, where are you people going?
You hear that, guys?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Because you have to do something. Now you have 1, 2, 3, some of the things you have to cut it down.
Hear that, Asafa?
Yes.
Like what?
Like we are going to party. We are if somebody is inviting you.
You're the one always getting the free tickets to go.
Even if it's free tickets.
I get the tickets, but who want to go?
Wow, Asafa.
If it is free tickets.
But mommy, you be that hypocrite. Mommy be that hypocrite. No, mommy, you know what to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, say one thing, me and your dad. I said this last time. We party to sun up to sundown.
But you see, if I have planned ahead.
You're from
if I have planned ahead.
If you ask the question, she's no advisor.
If I have planned ahead, like situation I want to, it won't be that too much.
Right. Okay.
Because it ends to a point, I don't have money. When the police and everything comes in and it come to a point to bury him, it was difficult.
Right.
But if I've saved.
It's not every party you have to go to. Save, pick and choose.
Yes, because like when that time I don't have you, I have the other one. So the small I get, I will give it to. So that one, I don't have any plan like getting married.
Right.
So we do everything, party here, party there, party then. It comes to a point, the party stop.
Right.
You see? So like if somebody give you free ticket, you are going to buy gas.
And you're going to go there and buy drinks.
Buy drinks. Yeah. So you have to cut some of the things down. Oh, yes.
You hear that, guys?
So have enjoyment, but balance and save. Save for a rainy day. So
at the end of the day, even for us, like we would tell our kids not to do something that we have done in the past and we know that it's not worth it.
Yeah.
We're going to pass on that advice. So, people in the past have gone through a lot of things, so we don't have to do it, so we can learn from it. So the advice just keep going.
Yes, and don't be stubborn. I think another thing to say is it's not every lesson we have to learn. It's not every fire you have to go and play with. Like I said, I'm at the stage where I don't want to learn for myself.
No, I'm saying
anymore.
That's why some people.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, that it's not every lesson that you have to get a lesson in.
No.
If you're hearing about it, stop, pause, and think twice, because sometimes to learn that lesson, you create your own hell on earth. So just listen, make wise decisions. And I want to have like 2 more questions from my mom. What's your favorite thing to do? Like your favorite pastime? What do you like to do? What does Miss
You do.
Anakwa like to do? For fun.
For fun. Hey, dancing. Like,
That's
yes. I'll play music. Whether somebody, like, all the time, I don't want to make myself like nobody likes me.
Right.
I love myself. So all the time, I'll get some boys and I have some kiosks I'm selling. So the boys will come. I say today I'm making party. So I just put the drink down and I was doing meat pie, Rocky and all this. And I give some to them. We dance.
Right.
And all the time you come and see me with the boys. Then
Like you were always friends with like guys more
yes,
so
all
than
the time,
women.
all the time, because I don't have any woman coming to say so that you can go and tell people she's this, she's that. She's this.
Man, talk too much.
Yes, they talk too much. Boys are not like that. They will bring you information.
You know, it's true. Now that I even think of it, as like when I met Saf, a lot of my friends were guys, you know that? I like a lot. And then it's when I got married, you know, obviously now they're his friends. They call him and all of that. So, but you find out things because they tell you, you're like, you get to know like really how men are dealing with women,
Yes,
you know?
yes. Or they will give you information. They will come and tell you this and that. So, even one time I was in my kiosk and some guys came there, not knowing they are come to steal. So they said, we want water, and I don't have water there, so I have to go inside. And when I came, they were fighting. I said, what is it? And they said, they want to come and steal cigarettes, and we are not. And they are also like my...
You know them.
So I just threw the water on them, and I said, you come here just to tell me to go home.
So you can steal.
You people should go away. So they give you information.
Yeah.
It's not like, but somebody outside is, so look at her, she's
right. They would make assumption that once you have guy friends, that means you're necessarily having to sleep with them. And like perception is everything. And I think we're always judgmental of like what every action people are doing, and you don't understand why they're doing that. So what's one country you would want to visit to? Like that's a must, like your dream country.
Canada.
Why? Oh,
just to go and see. Yes, go and see.
That's
my
where
in-laws.
from.
My in-laws who did not even say anything, they abandoned me.
Oh goodness!
When I needed them most.
No, but it's unfair to say your in-laws. You mean like my grandma was not involved in that.
The sister-in-laws I'm talking about.
Or sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws.
The brother-in-laws.
I mean, I was in Canada and I was on my own as well. So sometimes you just have to let things go, and people are who they are. Forgive for yourself. And sometimes if you don't want to forgive, I'm learning that if you don't want to forgive, it's okay as long as you're not carrying that baggage and that hurt like with you. So, yeah, I mean, if they didn't help him, they didn't help me either. So it is what it is. Like,
but what I would tell everybody is not everything like you do, you want somebody to pay it back to you.
Yes.
Because somebody will say, you will do something to the mother, auntie, a friend, and you expect the person to pay it back or worship the person. That's not good. You are being me, the Muslim. I know that when you do everything, you do it to God.
Right.
God will always give you what you have given it out.
Right.
So like the time I need money to do something, I was praying. It's like somebody is putting the money in my bag. Anytime I go here, they say, pay, I'll pay. If I reach here, they say, pay this, I'll pay.
Somehow the money came to you.
So what we have to do is we have to make your mind that what I'm doing it for myself. It's if I do it to my mother don't need to come and worship me, do this, do that. No.
You're giving out of the kindness of your heart.
From your heart. So it's not like, I'm hate from the family, so I'm doing it. To me, what I did was like, all what I've been through. I know my mother suffered. So I want to help my brothers. So if you need something and you ask me, I'll give it to you. If it's some, I take them as my child. I do everything for them. Meanwhile, I'm taking somebody to school. I'm also going to school.
Yeah, I would say with you,
so
you needed some boundaries. And I think people hate the word boundaries because boundaries doesn't mean putting a wall up. It doesn't mean it's like, I'm cutting you out of my life. Boundaries in terms of like not always, when I say this, here's an example. There was a time she used my school fee to give to somebody in the family. Like there was just no boundaries. You know what I mean? Like in terms of knowing that you have to survive as well. Make sure you're surviving before you can give out. Because then you end up in like trouble. And sometimes the same people you're giving are not going to be necessarily there to rescue you. So like, again, boundaries don't have to mean that you're saying, no, I'm not talking to you ever again. Because I think people think that when you say boundaries, you're being mean.
No.
But it's like standing your ground
yes.
and survival at a certain point, you know?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like if I have saved, you see, like if I have saved and I've
said no sometimes.
No to sometimes, it won't be difficult.
Yeah.
No, because it's come to a point I was with myself. I can do everything. I can do that. I can do that. But when I started doing that, then I calmed down.
So save,
So
say
you have
no
to
sometimes.
save,
Yeah.
and think, plan ahead for your children. You have to think ahead. What are we going to do? Wife and husband sit down. What are we going to do? Let's do this. This thing is not going well. Not everything. Like sometimes the phone too is now breaking marriages. It doesn't bring communication because everybody is serious.
Everyone's just...
When we go out all the time, I say this, what is going on? You will see people, husband and wife, travel all the way from somewhere coming, and everybody's
on vacation on the beach on your phone instead of like...
on the phone. But you came there, put the phone down. Maybe there you can plan because the kids are not there. You can plan. You have to do this, you have to do that. But because of the phone, there's nothing to
just scrolling and watching the same thing over and over. But yeah, I think it's really taking us like out of tune in reality to like the presence of like what's happening right in front of us. Like even besides planning and all of that, divorce is happening because there's no more connection.
No.
You're not even just coming simple check-in. Like, how are you doing? How is this? Everything's on the phone.
Everything.
So,
everything.
And it's quite sad. I think we need to start making more of an effort to be like in the present and live in that. So
because the phone too is causing trouble. Because like, you have to sit down, plan. Sometimes you can sit down and play. Like, it's not all the time going out. You can even make fun of yourself. But the phone, everybody.
No, definitely it's true. Everybody. But also, do you know how long I've been trying to get my mom to come on this podcast? She's a very behind the scenes.
I've always been seeing them just talking to each other. The first time I'm actually in a conversation. So I'm just here I'm just here for the conversation and to tell them when to wrap it up.
Yeah, I know he's looking like, okay, time to wrap it up. Let's go. But this, I would say that I told Asafa, was it over the weekend? That the older I get, the more and more I realize that I'm just like you in terms of like personality, like even the way I'm headstrong with whatever life has thrown at me, because I've also had my fair share of like not having it easy. It's just I never sat back to victimize myself or feel sorry for myself. I always said there has to be better out there. And I want to experience that because I see people living a good life. I see people that have been through things, that have overcome it and are like happy people or working through it. So why can't that be me? You know, why can't I have a piece of the pie too? So I always just keep fighting and still fighting.
Whatever it is.
Okay,
yes.
So
you have to make yourself
we're gonna wrap
happy.
it up.
Yes, you have to be hard. Yeah.
Nobody will do it for you. So it's you. Whatever it is, you have to stand firm.
Yeah.
Yes, and with your prayers.
You want to say something in Tree before we leave to our Ghanaians that are listening?
Oh, Ghana for like our ring would if you kasa bebre na mi kun to atamami mi kun atare mi boyfriend all you me say jealousy, because somebody don't get it. Maybe what you are saying but Rebecca say, hey.
Say something in Tree to Asafa and say something in Tree to him.
Mommy been speaking in Tree.
He doesn't understand anything you're saying.
Say
one Tree word. Say one Tree word that you know.
Ghana Meba.
That's the only thing I can say.
That's the only thing he can say.
And
cook
Ghana,
gravy.
what is saying?
What is saying?
Ghana.
No, yeah.
Okay, good job.
All right, guys. So, thanks to Mommy for joining us on this podcast. Like I said, I'm here to wrap it up.
Oh, wait, I have one thing to say. Hold on.
It's not done.
Leave comment below and make sure if you're listening to the podcast audio, streaming it, leave a review, please. That's all I want to say.
A review?
Yeah, you can leave a review on like the content or rate it, all that stuff.
I didn't know that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, don't miss a beat.
Bye-bye.